And you know what? I just liked Jake last time, joining us, so I brought him back for this one. Thanks again, by the way, Jake, for joining. As
Happy to
always.
be here.
And
Happy to be here.
you can check him out in the description as well. So, anyways, it's time to take a look at our next legendary character. I'm sure you're super excited.
You've seen the thumbnail. We know what's coming, so let's get on with it, shall we?
Alrighty, let's take a look-see.
Fire Emblem Heroes.
Who would this be, I wonder?
A new legendary hero joins the battle. It's Corrin, Child of
This
Dusk.
path is the one I chose for myself. I have no regrets.
And it appears that Sencha's doing it. So I believe Sencha was in charge of the Dreaming Banner and as well as Fallen Female Corrin.
Oh, the Dream Banner. There's been a lot of Corrins from her then, I believe, right?
Yeah, Sencha's very good at drawing female Corrin in a state of strange distress. I'll put it to be family friendly.
I mean, yeah, I've noticed that. It's a very odd. Oh, I even actually looked at her weapon. Let me just look it over again real quick. Accelerate special trigger. If foe's range equals 2, calculates damage low. Why is that at the start?
It's just it's a slaying breath with like normal breath effect.
I guess. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP equals 100% at the start of combat, grants +5 to all stats. And grants special cooldown charge +1 per unit's attack. So she has a built-in breath effect from what if I'm doing this correct.
I believe so. I always get how breath and
yeah, I do the same thing. I know. It's always like +1, -1.
Okay.
Plus
it
one.
is breath, yeah.
Yeah.
Guards -1, breath is +1.
It's always a mess when that goes with that. But...
Summer Tiki found dead in a ditch. That was her
You're not...
one thing.
I guess at this point, I'm pretty sure Fjorm's gonna be dead in a ditch at this point too.
Well, to be fair, she's lived quite long, given that she was supposed to die like 2 books ago now.
I mean, yeah, she's pretty much only in that one game mode where she's relegated to popping up occasionally going, by the way, okay. Typical stuff. So, alright, negating Fang reduces damage from foe's attack by 30%. After triggering, boosts damage by unit's next attack by 30% as well. So, it's like Ice Mirror. It's just... Who would have thought?
It is like Ice Mirror. I'll read off Ice Mirror for you. So Ice Mirror, in comparison to Negating Fang, is a 2 cooldown special. Keep in mind that Primordial Breath is a slaying weapon. So Negating Fang is effectively, essentially...
Yeah, the same thing, basically.
2 CD special.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I was,
oh my god, sorry.
Ice Mirror has the caveat that it can only activate on ranged attacks. So if foe is 2 spaces from units, reduces damage from foe's attack. So it is a more ubiquitous Ice Mirror, which I guess works better given that she's a dragon who will probably want to like
negate that
dual
damage.
tank.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Honestly, it's just all I'm seeing right now is just a colorless dragon Fjorm. That's pretty much what I'm seeing. Better. Yeah. Much better.
Better. She's not broken. I will give Intelligent Systems this. After fucking Legendary Lucina, Legendary Crom, Legendary Edelgard, I feel like someone in there realized that, hey, we're kind of ruining game modes for people by like putting in insta-win units that our players have to fight.
I went in and I did a GHB just by using Legendary Edelgard. She had to go up against armor-slaying units and all that fun stuff. Completely blew them over. It's just...
Doesn't much matter if you're just a ball of stats. I'm gonna guess that Corrin has trainee BSD here.
Most likely.
Because they just fucking love Corrin.
Not only that, but we're in the new generation of stats too, so we're gonna be seeing some crazy things probably.
I'm guessing 185. If she's got trainee BSD, she'll have 185 and... Oof.
Oh boy, can't wait to see the nightmares that'll unleash. Distant counter, fair enough. Already kind of built into that, really. Shield pulse. I mean...
Well, it synergizes well with negating Fang. It means she'll start
really
out
good.
with it at like 0 CD.
Pretty much. I mean, it reminds me a lot of how I ran Saber and, of course, Fjorm when it came down to it with Shield Pulse, so...
I like Shield Pulse. I think it's really cool, but the game does not have enough, like, unique defensive specials to make use of it.
Yeah, and...
Fjorm and Saber are the only 2 people that can really make use of Shield Pulse, unless you're running something stupid like LND 7 Lucius or Lucius, Raven or Linus.
I mean, I think I used to... I don't know if I need to pull up my Carla again, but Carla used to be able to run that pretty well. At least with
it goes well with true damage too.
Yeah, it does pretty well when you put in like Flashing Blade 4 or whatever in the A slot and just run wild. But Shield Pulse, okay, and then of course Joint Drive Attack, which
it's a good skill. She'll probably keep it on since she's infantry.
Yeah, good enough C skill. Nothing too crazy there. Honestly, all in all, I don't think this is going to be too broken as a legendary unit.
I'm satisfied with this as a unit. Like,
yeah.
I think the audience should probably understand that neither you or I are particularly big on Fates, and by extension, Corrin. But
yeah,
she's someone's favorite character. She's a lot of people's favorite character, and good for them.
And I have to
I'm glad that she's not going to break the game. That's it. She's good. She's a step above other units in her niche. Great. That's all she needs to be.
And she isn't something insane like, say, Edelgard or... God, just...
Legendary Crom can Legendary Leaf, Crom, Edelgard, and Lucina can just please leave a game.
Yeah. I once, I couldn't ever go into an arena game when Legendary Crom was in there. I don't know why, but he was always such a butthole to deal with.
Well, I mean, Water Season is Legendary Crom and Legendary Azura Season. Yeah. So you have to deal with both of them.
No thank you. No thank you at all.
Yeah, no. Surprisingly enough, this female Corrin is Wind, which is weird given that Corrin has always been associated with water. Like, Corrin and Azura have both been associated with water in their motifs.
Yeah.
The Dragon transformation has little water bubbles. The Ocean's Gray Waves. A lot of the cutscenes involve water or water particle effects.
Yep.
Does not make sense for her to be a Wind.
Yeah, you're right, honestly. Okay, I see that now.
Yeah, and I'd like to, if you could pause here.
Yeah.
Corrin is a black and purple dragon.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Is that...
I don't think so. I really do not think...
I don't think that's, canon or anything. No lore there, really. This is just kind of...
I'm not the biggest Fates lore guy. I don't remember a lot of the small design trappings of it. If it exists somewhere in Heirs of Fate.
Yeah.
But I don't think there is ever any instance where Rampaging Corrin or normal Corrin or Corrin when they're promoted to Nor Noble is a black guy. They did it to keep the design in parity for Nor Noble, which, by the way, I guess we can look at the arts.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, let's go take a look real quick at her, actually, because as it is, when it comes, that's actually some pretty solid art, honestly. But
no, Sancho's a great artist.
Yeah.
I love how they, I don't know if they're a man or a woman, but I like how they use light to kind of bring attention to like face and armor details.
Yeah.
Female Corrin's Nor Noble design is cheesecakey to the point of it's one of the things I don't like about face cheesecake.
I just can't. I don't like the term cheesecakey. I don't know why.
I've used it for years. I'm sorry.
I know.
I come from like old anime communities where that was just the term. But okay, fine.
That's some good cheesecake right there. Yeah.
Fates' fan servicey designs kind of rub me the wrong way in that they are trying to be respectable, but like kind of just like take scissors to random areas.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I don't
designed to be scant.
I'm sorry, but
like designs that are cut out.
The hip area right there is just kind of weird to me. Like, you know, just
I like the hip area. I actually think female Corrin has a better. I think Corrin's armor better fits like the curves of a female silhouette because of the hips.
Yeah,
male Corrin's pretty like he's a generic male design. He's not particularly like wide up top, so he's pretty much like a straight rectangle up and down.
Oh,
so he doesn't really accentuate like the armor. It's weird in how his little hip things go down. But female Corrin, like because she's a woman, she has wider hips and her hip guards can flare out.
I mean that take right there, that looks really good. Just the way she's posing, it doesn't look, you know, too sexual or too weird to me. Because we've had some of those weird options before.
It's not cheesecakey in how it's presented. I'm just talking about the Fates design for normal. I think it's weird that we're just like, cool, we're going to give her what looks to be like a full black armored suit. And we're just like going to cut out like just some lace around the panties and just like a weird like obviously cleavage in like your female characters is par for the course for Fire Emblem. It's weird that she has a crave it in addition to it. It feels like a weird scant extra on top of what would otherwise be a really solid design, I guess. Like female Corrin's design is all right.
Yeah.
It's weird in how they like try and
I tend to steer towards female Corrin, honestly, when it comes to the Corrins. We're gonna, just that feels like a really bad sitcom. The Corrins, but
it makes the Camilla support a little less weird.
Yeah, I do like that they retain the feet. They always keep her bare feet. Both of them barefoot. Yeah. So,
I like that's a cool design trope.
Yep. So.
And I do like the thing around. I'm not sure if that's meant to connect to anything because I think I can't actually. No, okay, they are wearing armor on their essentially thigh-high armor.
Yep. Of course. I mean, we have to have the cheesecake continue, but let's take a look at the rest of the animations real quick and see what's going on here.
Yeah, it's Bubbles.
Yeah, it's
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
She's not a water legendary.
I kind of want.
She's with Azura.
I want to see how the special she has look. Let's see.
Actually, negating Fang, so just purple ice mirror.
Yeah, it's just purple. Cool. And
then
more
you can
damage.
see, boom, does 63 instead of 44.
Yeah.
I like that. I like defensive specials that can it's like Smash Bros. Counter,
Yeah, it's something.
It's
different considering that the meta up until this point. Well, I guess I can't really say that, but the meta for the most part, the biggest chunk of it has always been, put on these specials that you can activate instantaneously and just go to town. There's no real.
The only meta that matters is Ether Raids, and
yeah,
Infantry Pulse is very powerful in that mode.
So having some form of negation there, negating Fang, but it would be very useful to have. It's just, I don't know. Let's take a look at what other units are going to be in this one.
Gunther and Hector.
Erica. Creed. Naga. Julia. I still haven't gotten Julia.
She's disgusting. Ooh, Nils. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Bramamon. That's who I wanted. I wanted to get him again.
Oh, Rinka.
Evil Ike. Yep. Milla.
Actually, hot damn. Colorless is fantastic. Bramamon, Milla, and female Corrin.
Yeah, that is who I want. I missed out on Bramamon last time, and I want him so bad. Just because,
I mean, he's cool, even though he doesn't have the Apocalypse.
Yeah, I just like the aesthetics of having all those voices, because they're representing all the characters, the main Asker trio, in voice form. It's just really cool.
The main Asker trio? No, I think it's the... I want to say it's the main... No, it's the FE7 trio and...
Oh, I could have sworn that they were doing it for the Asker trio, at least in this game, because they were the mainstay, but I could be wrong there.
No, Ray Chase is... People were kind of confused because Ray Chase voices both Alphonse and Roy in the English version, but in the Japanese version, they're different VAs, and it was Alphonse's VA alone that had it.
All right, that makes much more sense. But still, I just like that aesthetic. It's really cool. They put a lot of effort into it, considering who he is. Just dynamite. But honestly,
I guess who should we pull? I mean, let's say you're pulling for fodder. What colors are worth it?
I would say colorless, obviously, for not only just fodder but great characters. Honestly, we have Corrin now. But when it comes to fodder, geez.
Milla does have bracing stance.
Yeah.
And she is useful if, for some reason, you still play Ether Raids.
And I still think, Fallen Ike's pretty fun just to have in general.
Oh, man. Did you know that CYL Dimitri, his A skill, stacks with Fallen Ike's penalty?
Oh, God.
So he can just... Your debuff his attack.
No!
He gets plus 24 or something.
Gross. No, thank you.
Yeah, so hey, if you're wanting to do that wombo combo, the banner is still running. Get some fodder, pull for Fallen Ike.
Yeah, I now know what I'm going for, actually. Fallen Ike would be a great opportunity there. God, I forget what Nils has. Nils
has even pulse tie or odd pulse tie, one of the two.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say that when it comes to the weakest amounts, at least here, probably green, at least in general, because Gunthra, she's okay for what she is.
She's good for Cavline, but she's been around so long, and she was part of a meta so long past that I don't think she's super popular, because messing with penalties and debuffs has kind of come into the meta, so the debuff and then immediate counter attack or immediate double attack.
Yeah.
Meta
that's
great have doesn't really work anymore.
That's one thing that this Corrin doesn't have is the automatic guaranteed or the automatic null guaranteed ability.
I appreciate that.
So thank God for that.
But she's probably going to have a stat. I imagine she's going to be just an all-arounder because we are at 185 BST probably.
Most likely.
But like, she's probably just gonna be a ball of stats that can do everything, which would fit with her tie as presumably just like a mixed tank.
Yeah. For me, I also don't. I like Rinka, but like, you know, as like a fodder unit or just something you're going for, she does have the distant counter that is, I forget what it's called.
Distant foil, which isn't as good as close foil.
Yeah,
because you completely discount all magic.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like, okay, well, good, I'm good against archers, but when the mages come in, I'm kind of a little bit of a problem. But all in all,
for her, but I don't think it's as useful for many others.
I mean,
pull colorless. Yeah, colorless has good units.
Legendary Hector, all that fun stuff. I've never really used Legendary Erica.
She can do some stupid stuff because, what is it, Lunar Singleaned or whatever?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She can stack Luna with that and legitimately just have, like, Black Luna on a horse. She does true damage when her special goes off. And if you combine her and Ether Raids of something that, like, actually, Legendary Hector would work well with her, given that Ostia's Pulse is, like, Tactics Pulse.
Just basically, have that mixed team, gain that benefit of the, the special cooldown, you're good to go, basically. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we have Milla over there, who's just, she's there.
Hey, I like Bracing Stance.
Yeah, I do too.
It's actually...
I'm just horrified by her art every so often. Like, her attacking art kind of worries me. I still like it, it's just like, her hands are like, oh.
I don't think it was his best work, if I'm being frank, but, it's like, he's a good artist.
Yeah.
Not everything's a home run.
For me, I would probably go colorless, red, blue, green. That's my priority list when it comes to that kind of thing.
I would agree. Yeah, I suppose it would matter if you value units over fodder. I would definitely agree with that.
When it comes to fodder, God, Milla's a good option. Ike's a great option. Ike's just a fun option if you happen to have the ability to double stack that debuff thing.
Nils is an option. Nils, Fallen Ike.
There's a lot of distant counter available in this one. Now that I look at it,
there is. Freed. There's distant counter in colorless, red, and green. Actually,
there's a lot of really great options.
This is an okay DC banner.
Yep, I would say honestly, I still think that colorless is the best. But
easily. I'm not dissatisfied with this. I will recount what I say often when a legendary hero or a banner for a game or character I'm not interested pops up. This is someone's favorite, and it does not disrupt the game to an obnoxious point. Yeah. So, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Yep. Honestly, I think she looks fine. I think she's not terribly overpowered, so this is a decent enough legendary, and for those Corrin fans out there, I think they'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, people were clamoring over normal female Corrin for a long time because she was just a really bad unit.
I never used her, really. Honestly.
She was not... Dark Breath was her only niche.
Yeah.
That was it.
There's a lot of reasons why I see the angry version of her a lot more than, normal.
All the stats. It's a strategy. Just plow through your enemies.
Yep, pretty much. Well,
all right.
That is the legendary banner. Legendary Corrin. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. And thank you, Jake, by the way, for joining us again. And just, it's been a lot of fun.
It's always a pleasure.
If you guys enjoyed, feel free to just leave a like, all that fun stuff. We'll be around to talk about it more. Check us out on Twitter, all that fun stuff. For now, though, folks, I'll catch you later. Jake?
Keep it groovy.
Alrighty.